Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. Hope you visit the website, howdyboomy.com. Join the Peanut Gallery. Take advantage of the memories that are remembered on the website via wall art, videos, something that every baby boomer in America should have, that they'll recall, that it'll be like nice memories for them. There's a 1,000-piece puzzle with 250 images of the baby boomer generation on it, which is basically a replica of one of the posters, and a video showing what the website's going to become, offering a card that's going to save baby boomers around the country many dollars on a daily basis, that will help them alleviate the lack of income if they're retired now, and help them in purchases around the country. Isn't it amazing? You're taking a look at Senate hearings now about appointing people to positions in the government. We have this Pete Buttigieg, whatever his name is, who's the Secretary of Transportation, whose incompetence has been brought to the forefront with the train derailments in East Palestine, Ohio, in other words, and the chaos that's happening in the skies, near misses, scheduling. It's just amazing now. He's there because he's a career hack. He's a politician. And they reward each other. They keep each other in business. He has no clue what he's doing. He's shown that. And he sits there taking private jets on government money, and it's so ridiculous. Now they've got a guy that's going to be the head of Secretary of FAA, and he has no clue what's going on in the sky. He couldn't answer a question, but he's woke. They have to have a certain number of people, I don't know what, social justice, I don't know what they call that. Imagine if you were going to have a brain surgeon, arms, any type of surgeon, and you don't get the best guy available. They're going to give you some guy that maybe didn't even graduate medical school, but his heart's in the right place and he's the right color, he's the right nationality. And that's what's going on in the country right now. Back in the days of baby boomers, I guess the same thing was sort of happening, only it was either war or anti-war. This is now woke, anti-woke, where people now want to make excuses for not taking responsibility for their own actions. Let's close the prisons. Let's get rid of the police because we commit bad acts, but we don't want to be responsible for it. And we're persecuted because we're black, red, green, orange, blue, whatever. It's just a ridiculous array of demands that corporate America is acceding to because they're afraid to rock the boat. They don't want to hurt anybody. And we know how the press acts. They just don't care about how the Constitution was formed. They don't care. I remember there was a gentleman by the name of Blair. He had a column in a local newspaper, and just trivia. And he once wrote that there are over 1 million laws, and I'm talking 40 or 50 years ago. There are over 1 million laws on the books on both the federal, state, and local level on the books to enforce the 10 Commandments. Think about that. it's just sort of amazing that they have to write a new law every time something comes along because people don't want to take responsibility for their own action. It just absolutely amazes me. And maybe sooner or later, we'll get people in government that are competent, that know how to run what they're doing. So I hope you go to the website. There's a new edition that's not even on the website that I'm going to tell you about. It's a book that I wrote called The Blood of Aquarius. This is what the copy looks like if you're going to buy soft cover. It's available on Amazon. You can get it basically for nothing on a download. So I think you could do that. And what it is, I'll give you a brief description of what the book is. It's right after the Vietnam War. There are two gentlemen, both who are officers in Vietnam. One now is the head of what you could say maybe ExxonMobil, a big oil company. One guy is just forming his own brokerage firm. And they remain very, very close. And as things go on, the gentleman who heads up Exxon is having trouble with shareholders. The price of oil is not high. They're not making as much money as they can. So he enlists some of his fellow officers, some of his fellow soldiers from Vietnam, like a task force, to help raise the price of oil by basically causing chaos in the Middle East, bombings, etc. There's stock manipulation on his part, using his buddy who's in the stock exchange business, who's forming his own firm. And they sort of take care of each other and manipulate both the price of oil and the price of stock. Or during this, all that happens, one of their best buddies dies of Agent Orange. And they go to the funeral, they go to the Vietnam Memorial, the wall, and one of them sort of snaps. And he remembers all of the people that were anti-war, anti-soldier, and one by one, he kills them all and has their bodies discovered in a way that there is no doubt why they were killed. For example, people may say if they read this book, they say, hey, that sounds like Tom Hayden was killed. That sounds like Abby Hoffman was killed. That sounds like Jane Fonda was killed. That sounds like Dr. Spock was killed. It's a unique, a very entertaining book, brings back memories of the baby boomer era. It's sort of on a conservative basis, but you know the bad guys were the guys that went to Vietnam and gave the enemy solace. That's why he killed them, all the way up to the current president of the United States. That happened in the book. Fictional. But it's called The Blood of Aquarius. You'll enjoy it. It's a very interesting book. A lot of sex involved. Again, you can get it at Amazon and you can download it, I believe, for free. Go to the website, join the Peanut Gallery. We're going to really develop this website into a must-see for the baby boomer generation. They're going to get the baby boomer card, which is going to allow them all kinds of discounts on goods and services across the country. Enjoy the website. God bless you. God bless America. We'll see you soon.